Well, you will have your own loneliness as long as you separate yourself from the rest. Now, you have a name, I have a name. You have a set of data about your identity, and I have a set of data of my identity. So, we are going to play a game. I am going to throw out each of my identities to the floor, and you are also going to throw out each of your identities to the floor in front. That means you are losing that particular identity. I am also losing that particular. I am throwing my name out. You will also throw your name out. That is one of the major identities that we have. And I am a Sri Lankan. That is an identity. You are an American. That is one of your identities. You are going to throw it out. Likewise, we are going to throw out all the identities that we have to identify ourselves out. If we do not have any identities as such remaining inside, who are you and who am I? That is the loneliness I am talking about. You and me are at noble silence at that point. I will propose something. So you just erase the memory about loneliness. You use the word solitude. Even though we are talking about one and the same. You can use any word you want. As like the taste of this water, I can use either call this taste as loneliness, you can call it as solitude, one can call it as heaven, one can call it as paradise, one can call it as nirvana, one can call it as noble silence, it doesn't matter. In your mind you have thoughts, don't you? You have thoughts. And in your mind you have emotions. What is the difference between thoughts and emotions? Thoughts are always associated with a language. Emotions will never be associated with a language. So thoughts, that's what I'm talking right now. But emotions, it's very difficult to explain. Now let's say I have burnt my hand. I can express the pain, but would you ever feel the pain? No. So don't give much value to words. Words are so primitive. Words can only describe the level of thoughts. In your mind there is another level. That's the emotion level. That emotion level is the most closest place to noble silence, not your thoughts level. Thoughts level is like, now if you take the sea, right, the deep sea, at the top you will find currents, waves, there will be typhoons, right? But when you go into deep, what will you find? Tranquility. It will never be touched from the wind. No waves. Still water. Thick, still dark water. Your mind is also like that. The levels of thought is where you find all these waves, where you struggle to ride your boat. If you just go a little bit into depth, there is no struggle to row your boat, but you need a submarine. That is the level where the emotions are. Then you can go to further down. That is where the noble silence is.